RX125. This is my assessment after riding the 2020 model for 10,000 kilometers. First of all, because it is large, it feels like riding a 250cc. Therefore, it is very easy to drive. Because the seat is high, it may be difficult to get on and off. You may also have a hard time on forest roads or roads with poor footing. As for the engine characteristics, this is my first time riding an injection bike, so I was surprised at how it responded so sharply and linearly. What's great is how the throttle follows even at very low speeds. It can be used from low to high speeds, so you don't have to shift frequently, which makes it very easy to ride in the city and on forest roads. It doesn't have much torque. But if you understand the power output and characteristics, you can ride it without stalling. Both the front and rear suspensions are stiff. But in my case, the direct information it gives to the rider helps me control the machine. I wouldn't call it flexible, though. Even if the impact is a little hard, it seems like it has plenty of room to absorb it. The main frame and swing arm are both made of iron. It's heavy, but I think the iron frame is one of the reasons for the RX125's character and good qualities. The seat is flat, so you can move back and forth or put your weight on the seat quickly. The slim seat doesn't restrict leg movement. The surface where you sit is dimpled. Maybe that's why my butt doesn't hurt even after riding for a long time. The rear end of the seat has a grab rail like a freestyle motocross bike. Wow, this is cool. I think that was one of the reasons that made me decide to buy the RX125. That grab rail. It can be used when you get stuck or when you need to swing the rear tire to put it in the garage. But the seat comes off quite easily. For that reason, thanks to a handmade part made by my best friend, the seat of my RX125 does not come off easily. Also, when you get stuck or need to swing the rear tire, tall people will find the grab rail easy to use, but shorter people will find the arm of the pillion step very easy to use and convenient. The handlebars are neither too high nor too low, and I think they are very natural. Also, because they are fat bars, they are flexible and very strong. Speaking of handlebars, the minimum turning radius of this bike is large. Therefore, when you come to a dead end on a forest road and make a U-turn, you can't make a complete turn. Oops! There are also times when you'll think that. Also, regarding the accelerator turn, because the seat position is high as mentioned above, it is quite dangerous for short people and those who are not confident. Getting off and making a U-turn without pushing yourself too hard will use up the least amount of energy. The grips on the accelerator and clutch sides are also good. That's because the bike comes equipped with genuine Italian domino grips. There are slits where your fingers rest, which is a nice touch and very functional. However, I think they wear out quickly. About the mirrors, the genuine mirrors are neither foldable nor movable. Although they are not, they have excellent visibility. The exterior has a carbon look, which makes it really cool. The mirrors have a good shape, so they are safe and secure in busy city areas. However, if you fall over, it's a shame. They break easily. About the foot pegs, they are a little small. Until you get used to them, if you're wearing off-road boots, you may trip over them. The tip of the shift pedal is foldable, though. The rear brake is one piece, and I think it will bend if it hits a thick branch or a big rock. But, personally, I like the shape of this one-piece brake pedal. Next, the protective parts on the exterior. You can feel the love of the people who made this bike and were involved in it. A plastic skid plate, frame guards on both sides, a plastic chain guard, a chain guide attached under the swing arm, and then there's the stainless steel heat guard for the exhaust pipe. I really like this heat guard too. Also, there's a brace that connects the front fender to the light cowl, which is the RX125's manly face, to prevent vibration. And then there's the protector that protects the inner tube of the inverted fork. Well, I guess that's a given. And what I like personally is the guard that protects the cube master cylinder of the rear brake, which is located around the heel of the right foot. There is a window hole so you can see the fluid level. Next are the safety parts. The turn signals are highly visible, but they are not LED. The stop lamps are LED. One thing that is disappointing is the headlights. This is the fate of off-road bikes with light cowls, but the lights are very dim. The high beam of the light. What does it illuminate? I tested it myself. It was illuminating a road sign on a national highway at night, which is located a little high up. So, the high beam of the 2020 RX125 does not illuminate the road. In my case, I asked the shop where I purchased the RX125, DD Boys Racing, to adjust the high beams, and it got better, so it may have been imported to Japan without the beam axis being adjusted. My RX125 is equipped with aftermarket LED bulbs. There is also a video on the channel, so please refer to it. The successor model of the RX125 has been released with improvements in various aspects. So the problem may have been resolved. The original tires are from CST, a long-established tire manufacturer in Taiwan. Chen Shin tires are installed on the front and rear. It is a very good tire regardless of on-road or off-road, and although original tires tend to be more road-oriented. I think that this CST tire is a tire that general riders will be very satisfied with. It is so good that I have repeated it. The mileage is about 4,000 kilometers to 5,000 kilometers. The fuel efficiency of the RX125 is about 30 kilometers to 35 kilometers for city riding and 40 kilometers to 45 kilometers for touring. The chain is somewhat weak, so adjustments will be required more frequently. It can be used until it wears out, so when replacing it, use products from your favorite chain manufacturer. The stock 2 o'clock reduction ratio and sprocket are set to a low speed, but even so. In difficult areas and other serious off-road situations, the stock sprocket will struggle, so you should change the front drive sprocket. Both the front and rear brakes are disc brakes with wave-type rotors, but the front ones work moderately and the rear ones. It's a typical feeling. From small shopping trips to overnight touring trips, you don't need to buy and install a rear carrier. But you can stably secure your luggage by hanging a cord or touring net around the rear turn signal arm and air cleaner box. As an Aprilia brand, I was a little worried about this reasonable off-road bike, but as I rode it, I realized that all of my worries were unfounded.